All right. Alrighty. Hello there. My name is Chris Palmer, and in today's affiliate marketing website SEO guide, I'd like to introduce you back to the case study, the tutorial, the guide for boobeam.com. So we've gone through this particular site a few times. We're doing some content, some keyword research. We did a few edits. We cleaned some things up. The long story short of it is we're back. I went through some real trials and tribulations because the main objective of this particular guide or case study was I'm creating an affiliate site, a brand new site, as if I don't know where to buy content. I don't know where to buy links. I'm relatively new. I never did a site in this particular space, so I figured that would be fun. The site started doing, it wasn't in the greatest position. So I just wanted to, really work it up. And also it's a side project. We're doing it for fun. I'm doing it just for fun. So with that being said, I went through some horrific content providers. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some keyword research. We're going to do some keyword research for some not competitive, but we're going to do some primary keyword research. I already have a general idea. We're going to do our supporting content or we're going to create our silos. We'll lay out our internal structure, and then I will introduce you to, I'm going to skip over trying to find people, and I'm just going to introduce you to the content curator or writer that I usually go to for clients that need content. All right. Because I talked to the gentleman and he said, no, it's no problem, Chris. We got 30 some people. If you want to show it, I'm not promoting them. I'm just going to show you where I usually go if I need something good. All right. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So first and foremost, I want to show you, I was doing some work here. Let's get rid of this stuff here. My primary, besides the auction stuff, I do a lot of timeshare, travel club, things along those lines. So that's what I was working on before. I was like, you know what, let's get right to work here. So here we are. We're going to utilize SEMrush as far as for content marketing. Keyword research, competitive analysis for keyword analysis. It's going to be hard to debate who to use. SEMrush is absolutely stellar when it comes to white label reports and keyword research. So without a shadow of a doubt, we're going to be using SEMrush. All right. So with that being said, we're going to use SEMrush for the keyword research. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out, we're going to do some more content, and then we're going to go and order the content. And along the way, if you have any questions, I'm here to answer questions as well. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. Feel free to ask any questions. We're just going to do some work together. And that's the plan, So aside from that, let's see if there's any questions now. And then we'll kick this off, and what we're going to do is, I already know a top level keyword that we're going to go for. We're going to go for best controllers. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build out supporting content based off of best controllers. All right. So Xbox X, best controllers. We'll also do Xbox One. And then we're going to build out some supporting content. And then we're going to go and order some content. And we'll probably test out some link providers too. I want to get some links into this site, but let's head over here and we'll take a look at something that came in. I did some on-page, just brief on-page, and we pulled for a pretty nice term. We're about to break page 1, but what's interesting is it's a pretty good term. Xbox support. It's a big term as in keyword volume. Okay, we actually moved up on it. But what's interesting is here, let's get rid of this. Confirm. It's moving up. All I did was very basic on page for this particular site. And it's funny because it was on like page 37 or something. And then we moved up to page 2. So this is the biggest keyword so far. Yeah, I know it's worthless. But here we are right here. This is the site that we're working on. I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal, or not phenomenal, but hysterical. You know, we have a massive search volume keyword, and it went from literally like in the 30s up. I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to go ahead and show that to you. If we take a look, you know, in the very, very beginning, I was really wanted to stabilize after the site transfer, because I completely transferred the site as far as hosting is concerned, as far as, you know how it goes. So I was letting it wait. I put some schema on the page. I did some, you know, a few little tidying up. I also added some speed implementations, right? I upgraded the speed, upgraded the image speed, took care of all the photo issues. So that was one of the first things. Speed. I fixed some of the content. Obviously, I switched some of the affiliate codes. I was working with a gentleman, you know, for Xbox repairs, Xbox, and the percentage was really high. But as I said, you know, this is for fun. So I told him, hey, listen, I'm not going to be working on this full blast, because I've worked with him in the past for other stuff, and I wanted to let him know, hey, it's not going to be like normal. You know, I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this for I told him it's a YouTube thing. You know, I'm doing this as a walkthrough. So you know, what I decided to do was, most people are utilizing, you know, like say AdSense, Amazon, eBay, Best Buy, you know, bigger names. So I just stuck with, hey, I'm just starting out. What should I be doing? All right. I wanted to, let's see here. I just wanted to show some of the SENSE, I think it is. AdSense, I guess, is what it is. Let's see if we can show some of that. I'll just show you how it's doing so far. Again, we haven't really done anything other than fix a few pages. All right, so just to give you a bird's eye view as far as how many impressions are coming in, how many page views are coming in, and then for any of you out there that are thinking about, you know, and there's other sites attached to this, so don't mind any other stuff here. But I want you to note that, you know, if you're thinking about AdSense, you really need a lot of volume, all right? Or the right niche is perfectly fine. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you the kinds of numbers. If you're thinking about getting into AdSense, you know, you really want to find something that you can monetize with that's going to be highly profitable for you for your time. And note that this site's 3 years old. That was one of the main reasons why I decided to buy it. It barely had any links coming in. It had age. You know, he was putting up, you know, relatively poor quality content, and it was, you know, the stuff that he did do, it was pulling some traffic. So I figured, hey, this should be okay. So let's see right here. Let's see what kind of questions we have. Working now, yay. How much budget set for link building, and which type of links do you build? So, Jod, that's an excellent question. So, you know, for this particular site, you know, I'm looking at some of the competition. I'm probably thinking somewhere around $3,500 to $4,500 as far as linking is concerned, but this will be based over some time. You know, once, you know, now I'm really starting to get back flowing into it now that I know that it's settled, everything is moving along good. You know, and I was messing around in the beginning with content writers and stuff, so I'm just going to stick with some of the stuff that I already know is to be good. You know, just to alleviate a lot of trouble, because I had a big problem with some of these guys. I was just going in and finding whoever for the cheapest, and it really, really, really can hurt you as far as time frames, getting things on time, the quality, people just disappearing off of the forum. It was ridiculous, just unprofessional ridiculousness. So as far as budget is concerned, you know, more budget should be allocated to content. Content that I'll be, you know, creating will be somewhere around the $24 per thousand range, maybe $35. I'll show you a little bit of that, but budget should be somewhere between $3,000 to $4,500 And I think that'll really get me where I need to go. But we're going to implement linking little bit at a time. Nothing like all at once. We will do some link building though. All right. So don't worry about that. One of the first things we will do is we'll probably initiate a press release. Press release as far as, targeting some of the tech tips, which is the homepage. Probably go after some of those. So just to let you know about budget, that's where we're at. Content cluster. How to write content for competitive keywords. We're going to get into a little bit of that. But as far as writing content for competitive keywords, I think that it starts with analysis of the SERP first. Once you have done analysis, competitive analysis of what Google is currently rewarding, when you go to the SERP and you're looking at the SERP here, and you're looking down and you can really pinpoint who's there because of links, who's there because of great on-page, or who has a variety of both, okay? Once you can do that, then it comes down to analysis of on-page. How many words are they writing? What are the densities? What type of co-occurring words are they using, or LSI? How many images? How many forms? Is there a contact form? Is there a video? Something that can really speed up your process for this calculation is definitely going to be Surfer and or POP. Either or pretty much does the job. All right, so I hope that helps you out. Working now. Okay, let's get down this list. Content cluster. Who do you use for press releases? Well, I mean, I'm working towards getting my own account, so I'm really working on being able to distribute myself. Curating a list. But see, the thing is, when all these sites like ABC News, Washington Post, these types of sites that allow you to post, right? Before they just allow auto approval, in distribution, you really have to send them some orders that are relatively high quality, right? So right now I'm just working my way up. I still have to get everything auto approved. There's still a little bit of issues. But I mean, as far as the list and or distribution, a lot of it is pre-curated. These are sites that we've manually reached out to, not me per se, but people that I work with. So it's just a matter of reaching out to them and being able to submit it to ABC News in Tacoma, Washington, or whatever the case is. So that's what we do. That's how I do it. That's how I get distribution. So good evening. Hey, Greenfoot Nike, Fammy, difference between interlinking and cluster content. I'm confused in these terms. Well, cluster content is, let's say it this way. Internal linking is one thing. This is linking from one relevant piece of content to another, or at least something that's within a silo and or a cluster of content. All right, whatever you want to call it, whether it's a silo, whether it's just good on-page structure, right? It's just structuring of your website, and then internal linking is internally linking those pages together from one relevant page to another, and or creating a cycle of internal linking so you can create power all over through your site is really, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So don't be confused. Content cluster, you can call content cluster silos, you could call it whatever you want. All right. Top level pages with supporting articles that are interlinked. That's all you need to worry about. Difference between that. So that's what we covered. Hopefully that helps you. How can we make sure a content cluster or interlinking doesn't cause keyword cannibalization? Well, when you're creating your content, obviously you can never guarantee, because sometimes Google, okay, let me do it this way. You can work towards it, but generally for me, all right, you're not going to make a title, the URL, and the H1 the same on a bunch of pages. There's going to be variation. Now, sometimes what you'll come to find is these pages will be fighting for a SERP. You'll see them both popping up. This is keyword cannibalization because they're fighting for each other's rank. So generally what you can do is, if you see this, because I'm sure you're tracking your rankings, you're looking at your pages, that's generally what, people will do. And I advise doing. So all you would need to do is, if you see this, right? Because it's not common unless you have a huge site generally, or a medium-sized site, or a lot of pages. You can always de-optimize the pages that are competing with one another. If one is tuned a particular way and it's fighting with another one that is actually optimized for that keyword, then you can de-optimize the page that shouldn't be there and re-optimize it for something else. So I would just make sure that the titles, the H1s, your first 200 words, make sure you're not repeating the same content over and over again, keywords over and over again. And if you do find keyword cannibalization or something competing with one another, then detune the page that shouldn't be there. So hopefully that helps you out there. Do you manual outreach then? That's better. You can get do follow links. Well, a lot of them aren't do follow. We're talking about press releases. Press releases are generally news sites and or PR sites. These sites are no follow. All right. But that no follow, remember, is a directive. These are not sponsored links. When you check a lot of them, they're not sponsored. They're just no follow. Remember, no follow is simply just a directive from a webmaster saying, hey, I don't know where this goes. It's on my site. It's good enough to be on my site. But Google is a crawler. Google's job is to spider the web and go from one site to another. It follows all links, regardless of whatever the web owner says. Now, if they're going to give you equity, link equity, based off of that directive, that's a whole nother story. But do I think that they're actually going to follow that link and see where it goes? If you get a no follow link from, I don't know, Mashable, is that not a valuable link? If I get a no follow link from New York Times, is that not a valuable link? You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, just because a link is no follow means absolutely nothing. I think that it's simply just a directive based by the website owner. As far as it passing power, I believe that they 100% pass power. So hopefully that helps you out. Now, obviously, you still want to get do follows, but if it no follows, hey, especially from a PR site, if I can get mass distribution, if I can get 175 sites, right, to take in my content for free, technically speaking, right? It's irrelevant to me. I have relatively high quality domains and or authoritative domains that are willing to post my content with links back to my website. It's absolutely great for SEO. So I hope that helps you out there. SEO digital marketing. I love your talk with Craig. What a practical information. Forex, I'm glad that you enjoy that. Craig's a great guy, very knowledgeable. I always make sure at the end of our talks to interrogate him as much as possible, to extract information from him. Highly knowledgeable, great guy too, great guy. So you are right on the money there. Please make a practical video on cluster content. Whatever you want to call it. I mean, I do SEO the same way, all right, that I do on all the sites. And we're about to get into it as soon as I get down to the bottom of here. How to rank for people also ask, all right. I lost a big client recently, sadly. Have you lost some clients due to not getting what they assumed, and how do you deal with it and retain them? Well, excuse me, one moment. Before taking in, you always have to set expectation, and set the expectation that there is a potential chance that there could be failure. We might not hit our expectations, and you need to make sure that they're focused on the right KPIs. What are you tracking? If you're tracking rankings for vanity terms, that's definitely not the way to go. Generally a client will come to you and they want to rank for 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 things, right? So you need to set their expectations to get them away from that and you need to get them on traffic and conversion, and sales, obviously. But really, I want to know, has the traffic, and for these pages, has it been increasing? Is the and then it's a matter of optimizing that page for conversion. So, you know, as far as vanity terms and or just rankings for particular keywords, I get them away from that. I like to measure how many keywords are we ranking for. Like, yeah, we might not rank number one for the one that you wanted, but we went from ranking for 200 keywords to now we're ranking for 20,000 keywords, and we've 300 time percented our traffic. So, or whatever number. So I hope that helps you out. I made a blog post on a blog to learn, similarly on the sites, which is free blog creation platform, but it's showing your account is suspended even after spinning articles from Spinbot. I mean, hey, I think it depends on the content. I'm not 100% familiar with that site for some reason. But hey, that happens. Just move on. There's a ton of sites out there, so I wouldn't worry about that. Do you recommend cookie stuffing in your affiliate website? You know, my job, you know, have I done it? Do I do it? Yes. Do I recommend it? Remember, you know, I'm here to help you and give you the best advice that I possibly can. So I wouldn't recommend you run out and do this. But can you get away with it? Yes. You know, I will say this, like, generally what I would do is I would have them consent to it, you know, when they first come on the site. So, you know, when they're clicking that OK button, most people just click it really quick. You know, I would add it in there. So I would have them consent to multiple cookies or whatever you're doing. So that's up to you, however you want to do that. All right, so last but not least, how do you rank locally on certain keyword, or does Google just choose? Thanks so much, brother. Well, I mean, Google obviously is going to choose the rank. But as long as you have, if you have the part of links and or you have the authority, your site is aged enough, you have the right amount and the right links coming in. Let's say that the authority is fine. I smell cigarettes and I don't smoke. I hate cigarettes. With that being said, then it becomes a matter of what is Google currently rewarding, all right? Now, there's also a lot going on when I'm watching something that is called, you know, the query deserves diversity. So it's not always, you know, you'll see some sites in there off of luck. So what I'm getting at is this. I would match and mimic and then beat exactly what's already being done. So, and you can beat it by maybe creating a better variation of what is currently ranking, including more photos and or multimedia of any sort, increasing densities, increasing the amount of images, videos, you know, just create a better page. And how you do that is higher densities, higher co-occurring words and or LSI, more photos, more videos, make a cleaner design, make sure they're staying on the site, force them to scroll, you know, a better UX. So hopefully that helps you out. And let's get into the video here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop over here. So we're going to utilize SEMrush here. And what we want to do is we want to go to the keyword magic tool. I really like the keyword magic tool. I think it's pretty fun to use. Looks like I already did a search for this. Xbox One. All right, so the primary that we're going to go for is going to be best Xbox controller. So Xbox X is going to be the new console, I believe. So let's just double check. And I think that this could be, I want to position it as an evergreen, right? And just because, you know, models might switch, but as far as having the best controller, you know, they might switch here and there, but how I'm going to position it is going to be evergreen. I can always just mix and match products as things change or as stock shifts, right? So generally, I want to aim for something that is at least semi-evergreen. You know, I want it to last at least some time because you don't want to constantly be updating it, right? So I'm going to aim for terms that need less maintenance is really what I'm getting at here. All right, so I want to make sure the new Xbox, I believe that it's the X. So let's just double check this quick. Introducing the new Xbox consoles. So Xbox Series X. Xbox Series X. Let's just double check that. Alrighty. So we're just going to do a little look here. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of this. Come back over here. Alrighty. So here we go. Xbox Series X. Alrighty. So let's just take a little look here quick. Alright. So really what I'm looking at is actually controller. So we're going to do controllers. I'm going to do multiple items. I think headsets, controllers, headset, controller are definitely going to be first. So the number one piece is going to be a top level, right? So it's going to be best. So Xbox Series X controller. Xbox Series X controller. Ah, okay, I like that. Xbox Series X, Xbox X Series, Xbox X Series controller. Let's just see what the best is. Actually, let's just come on down here. Xbox. Xbox X. So interesting. Alrighty. So we're going to come on back down here. Xbox One. Alright. I like this versus. Alright. So based upon this, and the reason why I really want to do Xbox is because the site is already bringing in quite a bit of traffic for Xbox, and the keywords that it keeps giving me are Xbox related. So Google already feels that the site is about Xbox, you know, primarily, even though they talk about a lot of different things already on the site, right? So that's why I really just want to stay in that lane of Xbox Series X controller. I really like this one here. Xbox Series X. All right. So let's do that. Xbox Series X. New controller. Let's keep going here. Let's go for rechargeable. All right. All right. So let's take a look at this Xbox Series X controller. Alrighty. Give me this sucker here. We got an Xbox Series X. Got a nice little search volume, 92% search difficulty. I don't necessarily feel as though that this is, I mean, is this important? Because I'm bringing in keywords that the difficulty is absolutely insane. So I'm not really going to look at that. I'm going to focus more on creating a good top level page. And that's going to be Xbox Series X. So let's go with best. Xbox Series X controller. I like keyword overview. Let's see if we have anything else fun here. Let's see if we can get something else a little bit better. And I'm just going through to decide, what's a happy medium of traffic to difficulty level, right? Because I don't want to get into too wavy of a too heavy. Best monitor, best TV. Let's go back over here. Best Xbox Series X controller. If you have any questions, feel free, because right now what we're doing is we're just going through to decide a couple of these. So Xbox Series X pre-order Best Buy. Let's check one. Let me check this too. Xbox Series X release date. Let's see when that comes out. I think it came out already. November 10th. All right. And the price is $800. So, wow. That's insanity. Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to do best Xbox One. Let's just make sure. Best Xbox One controller. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look. We're going to pop open our sheets because we want to get a little sheet going here because we're going to need to keep track of this. So let's go in here to sheets. New. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and name this Boo Beam. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create this is going to be the first page that we're going to do. All right, so this will be page 1. And the first keyword is going to be best Xbox One controller. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our secondaries and or supporting articles. And we don't want to go too deep, right? And you'll see what I mean by this. So we're going to shoot for best Xbox One controller. What is the best Xbox One controller? I really like that. What is the best? I'll probably just include that within. So we'll probably grab that at some point. Best Xbox One controller, it's a 6.6. Keyword variations. All right, so now that we have that underway, and then the number 2 one is going to be let's go ahead and make this green. No. Let's make this green. And then make this black. And then we'll make this one purple. And then make the color white. Right? Alright, so this one's going to be best Xbox Series X controller. All right. Okie doke. All right, so this is going to be our first page. We're going to call this the primary. This will be our secondary primary. So as far as other content, I really like sticking with, okay, so what kind of, what is there? There's wireless, right? So I'm thinking, let's go in here to questions. So this is our Xbox One. Let's get in here to questions. And we're going to look for supporting content. So let's head into here. Oh, let's see if there's some questions over here. Anybody have any questions? It doesn't have to be about what we're doing. I mean, it could be anything, really. So let's take a look here. They are in home building it. Ended up being insanely competitive. Slow. We only got rank 1 for low volume keywords. Hey, sometimes things take time, Eva. How do you rank locally on certain keywords? Does Google just choose? They do. But you need to be optimized. Thanks, man. You're always super helpful. Drew says, great affiliate marketing SEO tips. Would you like to see some e-commerce guides as well? I don't really necessarily do e-commerce, even though I guess this is kind of e-commerce in a way. But I think maybe we might do some eBay stuff coming up one day. But Chris, can you review my new video? Sure. It's only like 3 minutes. The audience retention I've been getting has been going way up. Just wanted your thoughts. I'd be happy to take a look. Chase, let's just go see. I mean, we're doing affiliate marketing right now. I mean, hey, I don't mind showing your piece though. Let me just see what it's about really quick. But I mean, not that I don't love you, brother. I'll give you a search though and a click. But I just want to keep going here. I'm sure you understand, but let's take a look here. So how I made 1,200 sales and got 333 new customers in a couple days. Oh, I like your setup here, dude. This looks really good, man. If that's what you're asking me about, I really like this. Your backdrop and everything. Is that doesn't have to be down. Okay. No, but I like this backdrop. I like how this looks. It looks super, it looks bright. It looks fresh. I like that, whatever you're doing there. So that looks really good. Let's keep moving on then if we don't have any questions. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're looking for some supporting content as far as best Xbox controller. So we want to be able to answer some questions. And then what I'm thinking is we're going to do best green controller. We're going to do colors, right? Best rechargeable, best wireless, so that's what we're going to be looking at, or What is the best Xbox One controller? What is the best Xbox One controller to buy? What batteries are best for the Xbox One controller? So I really like this, the batteries. So we're going to go ahead and get that. So we'll come back over here. Oh boy, we don't want to do that. We'll come back here and we'll paste that in. All right, so as far as the batteries is concerned, let's just take a look here. We're going to go over to the SERP before we do this. Let's just take a look here. We're going to come right over here. And then the very next thing, just to get a general consensus, is this right here. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in, right? And I think that this is definitely something you want to do. And the reason why I switch browsers is because I have a tool installed called Surfer SEO, right? It's right here. It's a complimentary plugin. I'm not necessarily promoting them, even though I love their tool. It's just easy, right? So what I want to do is usually it'll pop up. It'll give me some content as far as Xbox, Windows Central, Reddit, digital trends, Amazon. Okay, so we're gonna pass on that one. We're not even gonna mess with that. What is the best Xbox One? What is the best Xbox One controller? Xbox One controller. Let's see if we can get some more keywords here. Let's go in the volume. I mean, if it doesn't have any volume, I'm not necessarily interested in it. All right, so let's take a look here. How to connect the Xbox One controller. Oh boy, I like these. Okay. And then keyword difficulty is over here. All right. 86. These are not in any type of chronological order. So let's see if we can fix that up. Let's get some of the harder stuff up at the top here. Average is about 86.56. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the volume. I like how they put this over here. To give me, I like that, because then it's, connecting. Can I use it for the PC, Xbox 360, syncing? I like how they've separated this over here. That's pretty cool. I don't like how I have to do so many clicks to see what I want, though, necessarily. For me, it's about, okay, best Xbox controllers. The keywords that it's showing me should be, and I like how we're here. But I had to go basic. But that's okay. So let's go here. How to open an Xbox One controller. Do Xbox controllers work on Xbox One? How to connect it. How to sync Xbox One controller. How to fix Xbox One controller. How to turn off Xbox One controller. How to use Xbox One controller. And I think all of these are All right, so let's take a look at this quick. So what I want to know is who's sitting on the SERP, right? Because if it's all Amazon, 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 and I like to see this. So is that listed here? All right, it's listed that there's a video. Okay, I like that. All right, so I want to see who's here. So Xbox, obviously, make use of Reddit, Microsoft, iFixit. Okay. Okay. All right. How to fix it. How to connect Bluetooth headphones to Xbox One controller. Oh, and that'll lead me into more. So if I click on the SERP here, is this going to take me right to where what I want to see? No, it is not. Oh, yes, it is. So is that going to open new? Okay, cool. That's helpful. That's handy. How to connect United States. So let's take a look here. Sound maximum, screen rant, support X. Okay, so this is showing this. So I really like this. I like this one. How to connect the Bluetooth headphones to Xbox One controller. Search volume is 1,000. And then we have 7780. And I didn't see any really big players here. Nothing massive. When I see up top here that, there's a snippet. I really like that. I think we can work with this. So I think we're going to target this one here. So we're going to go after this as a supporting piece. Let's bring it over here. We're going to go ahead and toss that right into here. All right, so C. All right, so that'll be 1. And then let's keep going. All right, so I like that. That's a good, I think we have a really good chance at that. SERP features, I generally would like to see a YouTube video, because then I can run traffic through the video. But let's keep going down here. It looks like that this is the magic. I see that it's trending down, so that's not good, but this is level it off. How to connect to Xbox One. Okay, how to. I like these how-tos. How to reconnect it. Let's take a look at this. Oh, you know what? I kind of like this feature. The amount of results. Digital trends, Xbox, make use of, Business Insider. Okay, I think we're going to pass on that one. Okay. How to connect Xbox One controller to a wired PC. Can you use an Xbox 360 on an Xbox One? $105, 2.3. How to fix Xbox One controller joystick. Let's take a look at that. Because there's a lot of, if you take a look at my site, just so you're like, oh, why would you go after that? Because at the end of the day, I have a lot of guides on my site that talk about repair. So, I think it just fits into my my piece here, So that's what we're gonna do here. Plus we have the channel. I think we changed the name though, so I need to redo a few of these. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure. All right, so I think that this is pretty cool. We could fix the thumbstick. I'll be able to utilize the video and or make my own. I'll probably just gank it and throw it on there. CNET, which is a big site. iFixit. Windows Central. So this is a new article, an 18. I love that they have a step-by-step here. I That's interesting. Okay. All right, so let's keep looking here. And I want to set myself up for other products that we could potentially sell. Like I really like that Bluetooth, like the speakers, because that gives me opportunity as we're writing to be able to internal link to other pages and or other products, other services. So I kind of like the other angles. Like we want to be able to answer a question as a supporting article, right? So we want to answer the questions and also be able to talk about other products within it. So we're going to start doing, I like this. How much is a wireless Xbox One controller? And then we could do, you know, within there, we're inside of our best article, we could do wireless, we can do wired. So I think that this is going to be a good term here. And it's on an upward trend. There's 52 a Xbox controller. Not a lot of volume over. How much is an Xbox One controller? Let's take a look at this here, because it doesn't look like there's much competition as far as pages competing for it. So GameStop, Walmart, Xbox, Amazon, Best Buy, TechRadar, eBay. Boy. Target. Yeah, so no, we're not going to go after that. Where to get Xbox controllers? Let's keep looking down the list here. So Bluetooth, I like that. So let's go to all and take a look here. I prefer the questions. I really do prefer the questions, but we'll do what we can. Anybody have any questions at all? Be happy to answer any questions. Bro, help me, bro. I'm a noob in affiliate marketing. Do you have any tutorials? I mean, I'm doing more, and good morning, Paul. It's great to see you here. I see you're burning the midnight oil again. Yeah, I took care of my, actual work. And then I'm doing, do some YouTube, do some fun here. This is just a side little project for me. Because I have other bounty sites that are set up that I really, I'm just targeting a few keywords, but they're super highly niche focused, dedicated bounty sites. But aside from that, I was doing some travel club stuff, and now we're doing this. But great to see you. And as far as affiliate marketing, a lot of my videos are aimed at local GMB, tips, tricks, hacks, but it's SEO in general. I do a lot of on-page videos. I think a lot of the concepts are the same. But, we're enjoying some... We're enjoying some affiliate right now. All right, so let's take a look here by volume. So a lot of these are Xbox One controller, so that's interesting. Controller Xbox One. Let's take a look at this one here. And what we want to do is we want to double check the SERPs. Xbox wireless controller. So Xbox, Amazon, GameStop, Best Buy. $37 million at 30 volume. Xbox. all Xbox One controllers. Let's take a look at this quick. All right, so I don't really like that too much. And what I'm looking for is, are there any affiliate sites on the page? Are there anything else besides high authoritative sites on the page? You know, is there potential for me to get in there? Is really the question at the end of the day. So let's take a look at this one here. I really like that I could click this and go right over. I know that that's pretty mandatory. So we have Walmart, GameStop, Amazon, Xbox Digital Trends, Windows Central, Tech Radar, and eBay. So that's rough. Where can I buy an Xbox controller? Where can I buy an Xbox One controller? So we know who's going to take that. Which Xbox One controller? So that's a secondary, so that's small. How much is an Xbox wireless controller? Let's take a look at this. So let's open that one up. Let's keep going down. How much is an Xbox One controller? How much is an Xbox wireless controller? So this is how much is a wireless. And then how much is an Xbox One? How much is an Xbox One controller? Let's go take a look at this quick. Let's just take a look at these two here really fast. GameStop, Walmart, Xbox, Best Buy, Tech Radar, eBay, GameStop, and I'm assuming I'll be able to pull these in anyway. But as far as trying to get something to really pop for that, not so much. I'm sure these words will be included on the page. All right, so Xbox One controller. Let's do wireless. So let's do wireless. Xbox One controller wireless. I'm assuming that that should be good. How to reset your Xbox One controller. All right. So that's a good one to go for. Let's bring this back up here. We'll cut that off. We'll go ahead and go to C and pop that baby right in there. Paste. D. A, B, C. All right, so 1, 2, 3. We're going to do one more. All right, so all right. So the best Xbox controllers. And then where can I buy an Xbox controller? Who sells Xbox controllers? What model is my Xbox One controller? Where can I buy it? How much does it cost? I like this. Okay. Let's take a look at this. We're going to look at that SERP. I'm not going to target anything with Microsoft. And how much are Xbox controllers? How much is an Xbox One S controller? How wide is an Xbox One controller? I like that. That seems pretty... All right. What controllers are compatible with Xbox One S? Are all Xbox One controllers compatible? So there's nothing there. Are Xbox One controllers Bluetooth? 720. All right. So let's go over here and take a little look at these SERPs and see if there is potential for me to get in there. At least, you know, if we get PC Mag, Business Insider, Reddit, Windows Central, Windows. So 2 of the same. So I see, okay. Xbox One controller Dimensions, Pinterest, Quora, CNET, Pinterest, Xbox. And then we have Xbox, Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon, GameStop, Digital Trends. So that's no dice. That must be a good one. All right, keep going down the list here. Let me take a look at this. How much are they? Let's just see if we can get anything here. GameStop, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. All right. I like this. All right, so let's come on over here. How to connect, how to reset. How to reset Xbox One controller. How to reset Xbox One controller. All right, let's go ahead and paste this in here. Our Xbox One controller's Bluetooth. All righty. So now we have Bluetooth, how to reset it, and then how to connect Bluetooth headphones to Xbox One controller. And our Xbox One controller's Bluetooth, we need I want to talk something about wireless. All right, so Xbox Series X. Let's go in here and take a look at these really quick. Now, I know that this is a relatively new model, so I'm thinking that there should be some openings here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to all. Let's go to all. And then just to level the playing field, let's look for keyword difficulty. I want to take out all the zeros. Let's start at from 20 to, I don't know, 20 to, I don't know, 85. Just to get a rough estimate here. And then we'll go from there. So volume, keywords, all keywords. We have 324 potential chances. Alrighty. Let's take a look at this. 1.5 billion pages. Custom, that sounds interesting. Let's pick this volume up so we could get a good look and see what we got going on here. Okay. Xbox Series X VR. And that's going up. All right, get rid of this. Give me some questions here. All right. Alrighty. So we have some nice volume. When does the new Xbox come out? That's going to be irrelevant. When did the Xbox One come out? How much is the Xbox X series? How much is the Xbox One X? How much will the Xbox Series X cost? All right. When is the new... Okay. When will the new Xbox come out? When did the original Xbox come out? I actually like this. Let's take a look at this. When does the Xbox 2? When will the Xbox X come out? What's the latest Xbox? When does the Xbox... Okay. I actually like that. What is the latest Xbox? Let's take a look at that. All right. What is the new? What year did the Xbox One come out? What's the new? All right, so let me take a look at this. Xbox Series X controller. Let's take a look at this. Anybody have any questions? SEO related, really. Good morning, Chris. I see you're burning the midnight oil. Yeah, we're looking for some content here. I'd like to get... We're gonna get some content. I need to get some... I want to get some of the new Xbox stuff on the page. Because it just released. You know, it just came out on the 10th. So, you know, it's 10 days old. You know, I'd like to get a bunch up. Series X. Let's take a look at that one. All right, let's go a little bit more. Let's go to phrase, Xbox Series X controller. I want to get at least something to do, you know, with controller. I want it to be targeting that. Because this is more, all right. Will Xbox One controller work on Xbox Series X? Yowza. Let's go to all. So we just wanted to contain, if for some reason you're not familiar, phrase would be it's going to contain this. Exact would be only this word. Related would be anything related to Xbox Series X. So as we narrow it down, but I really want to hone in on controller. So we're going to do best Xbox Series X controller, right? That's going to be our top. And then supporting, we just want to talk about the Xbox controllers, wireless controllers. I really want to answer questions, ideally, to get the volume pumping. And then as they start to rank and I can go in and I can track analytics, then I can start to see, okay, Google is associating me with this. And then I can start writing more content related to whatever they start giving me. If they're showing me impressions for something, I'm going to write more content derived at that particular topic. You know, that's about where I want to be. Now, what's really insane is even though there's not a lot of links coming in, I'm noticing a lot of the keywords that it's giving me traffic for, or showing impressions, at least showing me for, are relatively, as far as SEMrush is concerned, are relatively higher competitiveness. So, I'm going to aim for a little bit harder stuff, just because I think I can get in there. So that's what we're going to do. Let's take a look at this page. I want to take a look at this page. All right, Xbox X controller price. These don't have a lot, but Xbox Series X controller rechargeable. I like this. Let's take a look at that. We just want to get a bunch of ideas. Microsoft Xbox One Series X controller. Xbox Series X controller. Reddit. So we did rechargeable compatibility. Let's take a look at that. I actually like that idea, compatibility. And we'll have them right. And then the specs, I think that'll be covered. Controller, Xbox Series X. Controller first. Low volume. Going up. Let's take a look at that. All right, so let's analyze these. And I think these are good prospects for at least some supporting content